The gate to Oerba 300 can be found on the 49th floor of the Augusta Tower 200. The next two versions of Oerba are basically going to contain a bunch of puzzles and a narrative story about Mog and his backstory. When we arrive in Oerba, the weather doesn't seem to be too great, and the monsters present haven't changed much. You'll face many Seath type monsters, as well as a few of these aquatic variant types. There's two gate keys I want to collect, both hovering off the ledge in the main area. Throwing Mog down to these areas will let you close the gate in Academia 400, as well as the one we're in right now. Upon activating each of these anomalies, we'll be tasked with solving one of 3 different types of anomaly puzzles. The first type, and probably easiest here, is the crystal matching game. After solving maybe 100 of these, my only tips or advice that I can give you is that there are no wrong answers, and that as soon as you see 2 colors match up, you should try to connect them as quickly as possible, and try to aim to get those really far apart crystals first, because sometimes you do have a shorter timer than others. Each time you're thrown into an anomaly, you'll have to do around 5 individual puzzles before you're rewarded with the relevant fragment. I'll hop down over to the roof here as we learn a bit more about Mog, or how he woke up in the void and doesn't have any memories of his past life. Solve the rest of these crystal matching puzzles, and we're going to work around the back of Vanille's house to reach our next matching anomaly. The second type of anomaly puzzle you can encounter is the collect the crystals, only step on one tile once puzzle. These puzzles are pretty forgiving, as the white reinforced tiles will let you stand on them twice, as well as having no time limit. So if you're in the middle of solving and you need a break to think about your next move, standing on one of these white tiles will allow you to gather your thoughts. Some of these gates are hidden and need to be revealed with your Moogle ability, and will be introduced to the third type of puzzle, the Hands of Time. This solve the clock puzzle is relatively easy in concept. However, as the number of options increases, it becomes incredibly annoying. So I will link in the description a Solve the Clock website where you can enter in your combination and it will offer you a solution. Each time one of these clock puzzles pops up, the game is going to draw from its bank of puzzles to choose from. So you might get the same one again, or you might get a different one. The basic concept is that the number you press on each side, the hands will go a corresponding number of spaces away. And the goal to win is to get rid of all the numbers on the clock without having both of the hands land on an empty space at the same time. Down in the southwest corner, another clock puzzle anomaly is waiting, and luckily some of these are pretty easy to figure out, as well as each puzzle we solve nets us a fair amount of Crystarium points for leveling up. The anomaly by the gate, finally revealed, is another clock puzzle. However, there's still a few more. Down at the bottom of the stairs on the sandy beach, we can reveal yet another collect the crystals anomaly to solve. I think these ones are consistent across games, so the solution should be what's seen here. Sometimes you need to wait for the crystals to teleport back before moving on to their square. Otherwise, it will be locked in its secondary position, so take your time and don't rush. With the final gate at the far southern end of the map done, we can get to know Mog a little bit better. Check your pockets to make sure you've got the 2 gate seals from over the ledge, and we'll be able to put this zone behind us once and for all.